Hi, I'm Brian Jackson here at Adobe Summit, and with me is Frederick Lecoq, the SVP of Marketing and E-commerce at FGL Sports and Marks. Welcome.
Well, hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I really enjoyed the session you just gave, and it fit right into the theme that we've been talking about all week here at Adobe Summit, all about the reinvention of marketing. And you were talking about how FGL Sports, which is, of course, is the parent company of Sport Chek, has been disrupting itself lately, starting with remodeling its flagship store. Do you want to tell me a bit about that again?
Yeah, I think it's all about actually rethinking the way you operate your store and not being just a store not being just a transactional place, but actually being really a point of experience. Because experience creates value for your employees, value for your customers. So big focus here is actually leveraging all the digital technology to completely revamp and streamline the in-store experience.
Great. And what made you confident enough that it would be a good idea to go in and tamper with your biggest store?
Well, go big or go home. I mean, if you really want to have an impact, you gotta take the right decision. I mean, things are happening. Retail is completely changing, and tweaking just little things. I mean, not going to change the world of retail. So, if you're really confident in where you're going in your direction, and you got the technology support, the infrastructure support, and the capability to do it, I mean, just go and do it.
And do you want to share some of the results you saw as a result?
Yeah, results are amazing. I mean, the West Edmonton store that we opened a year ago is showing some amazing sales results, like over 50% sales growth year on year, which is just unbelievable in the world of retail.
Great. And you didn't stop there. You went to your flyers, which is, a go-to marketing product for many. But you said, we're going to change this from being a broadcast to a unicast format. So tell me how you did that.
I think at the end of the day, it's all about what's available today from a technology standpoint that wasn't available years ago. I mean, today you can actually target, you can be very specific, you can advertise real time. So what's the point of actually distributing, I would say like a promotion directory when I can actually snipe you the 3, 4, or 5 offers that you're interested in. So it's all about that. I mean, it's an evolution of flyer. The flyer is not dead. It's just like the format of the flyer that's completely changing. Flyer is all about like deals, reach to take people to the store. I mean, you can do that today online. So it's not about killing the flyer. It's just like rejuvenating the flyer and giving it a new life. And yeah, the digital flyer as well is posting amazing result. Last year, every time we replaced a print flyer with a digital flyer, we saw our sales growing double digit, like between 12 and even higher percent.
And you also used social media to drive people into the store.
Yeah, that was one of the findings. Usually, when you start playing with digital, and people keep looking at the last click as an attribution, but when you're a brick and mortar, it's really tough to measure the last click because, of course, there's the online conversion, but a visit to store is also a conversion. And we've been testing different stuff with Facebook and different messaging and also like different tactical push. And I think we've nailed it now. We're actually driving web traffic to our store through social media.
Another point that you raised in the presentation was that marketers are always focused on campaigns, but you say it's not about the campaign. Forget the campaign, it's about content. You have a content-centric approach at Canadian Tire. So what did you mean by that?
Well, the fact is, just start with the consumer. I mean, consumer now, your customers, they're always on. They're always on, and they're always snacking content. I mean, they're on their cell phone, they're on their tablet, they're on their desktop, laptop, and they're always online. And the more online interaction they create, then the more content is required. The problem is, if you're campaign driven, you're not going to be able to address all that content demand on the 365 days a year. I mean, I like the content snacking example because I feel it's really a good analogy. Look at the difference between having a restaurant that's only serving 3 meals a day versus like an always-on restaurant where you can snack whatever you want, wherever you want, and that's where we need to go. So I'm not saying campaign is dead, but I think it's all about content. It's content is everywhere. You got to be always on, and the only way you can be always on is just like not seeing campaign as the point of entry. Campaign now is a peripheral. Content is the point of entry.
Okay, words of wisdom from Frederick Lecoq. Thank you so much for that. And if you're interested in more coverage of Adobe Summit, check out itbusiness.ca. Again, I'm Brian Jackson.